In our journey to Gangotri, Gomukh and Tapovan, we were blessed with the rare opportunity to witness nature in her most exquisite form. The beginning of our journey was clouded with anxiety. Just a few days earlier, on October 9, heavy snowfall had halted treks to Gomukh and Tapovan. We were worried but hopeful. We started early morning from Dehradun. Breakfast and lunch were taken en route. Our lunch stop was particularly memorable, a balcony restaurant hanging over the Ganges. After driving nearly 250 kilometers through mountain roads, we reached Gongotri by late afternoon. The cold was sharp, though the sun was still shining. Prominent snow peaks like Mount Sudarshan, Mount Chaturbhuj, Mount Thelu were visible on the horizon. The pilgrimage session was nearing to its end, so the temple area was peaceful and quiet. That evening, we had a serene darshan of Ma Ganga. The locals informed us that the temple would close for the winter next week after Diwali and reopen only on Akshaya Tritiya next year. Most shops were preparing to close for the session, which allowed us to offer our prayers calmly and without rush. We prayed to the goddess for our safe journey. For us, this journey also evoked memories of our earlier visit to Gangotri and Gaumukh 32 years ago. 13th October 2025, Acclimatization at Gangotri. Today was the day for acclimatization. We visited Suryakund and Pandav Gumpha. Legend says that goddess Parvati bathed at Suryakund and worshipped the sun god here. The Pandavas are believed to have meditated in Pandav Gufa on their way to Mount Kailash. In the afternoon, we visited Gartangali, about 10 kilometers away. A short forest walk led us to a narrow wooden walkway hanging dramatically along a cliff. A thrilling experience. It was close to the Indo-China border and required special permits. অনেক নিচে নদী, 1000 ফিট কি তারও বেশি। Our trek began. After around half a kilometer walk, we entered the forest checkpost of Gangotri National Park, a protected area where Gomukh and Tapovan are located. All arrangements of permits and payments of fees were arranged by the trek organizers. The initial trail was wide, running along the left bank of the Bhagirathi river, passing through forests glowing with autumn colors under the clear blue sky and shining in beautiful sunshine. In between, our path descended and we needed to cross a wooden pool on top of a mountain stream. We reached our first halt. All others of our team already arrived. We were the last pair to reach. Our guide Harish ji was with us all along. 32 years back, we travelled through this path, young and energetic. That was also October. Mother Nature was as beautiful as today. Scorching sun and gradual ascent made us a bit tired. Gradually, the lunch point arrived. We finished our packed lunch. So far, there was gradual ascent with occasional descent at certain places. The path narrowed later and became risky at places, with the river flowing hundreds of feet deep below. Thankfully, ponies and horses are not visible on this route. Often, they make the walking route dirty and filthy with their waste. We were enjoying at the same time, anxious to reach the destination in time. Majestic snow peaks rose before us. Nature seemed to be welcoming us with a smile. By late afternoon, we reached Chirbasha, named after the chir or pine trees surrounding it. The entire valley was surrounded by high mountains barring the north. Here we had our first clear view of the Bhagirathi peaks, Bhagirathi 2 and 3, standing as sages in white apparel, dazzling in blue sky. We were mesmerized. Gradually the sun was disappearing behind the mountains in the west, and Bhagirathi was changing its colors. As the sun set, their snowy summits turned orange and then deep red, a sight we will never forget. That was our first night in tents. The cold was biting.
আর ভাগীরথী 3 ডান দিকে।
Dinner served at 7:30 p.m. followed by briefing about the next day.
A beautiful but chilly morning. Unlike yesterday, breakfast was late since we would start at around 9 a.m. Today, our destination would be Bhujbasha, 3,775 meter or 12,450 feet, about 4.5 kilometer trek. We had time to roam around. We came to the bank of river Ganges nearby and offered our prayers. Surprised to see that our Russian fellow trekkers were returning after taking bath in the biting cold water. Our trek started. The trail was beautiful. Nature blessed us abundantly. Though we had trekked in the Himalayas before, rarely had we seen such a breathtaking beauty. Each day was dazzling so far. Deep blue skies and the gleaming white peaks of the Himalayas across the flowing Bhagirathi. The towering ranges of Bhagirathi Parvat, Shivling, Sudarshan, Mandar, Meru, Nandi, and countless unnamed peaks accompanied us throughout. Normal route above was destroyed here, so we needed to go down through the rugged path, full of boulders, cross the stream, and again climb to reach the main route.
সহজ রাস্তাটা ভেঙে গেছে।
Bhagirathi peaks in front of our path, dazzling in deep blue sky.
মন্দার আমাদের বিশ্রামের জায়গা।
The walk was truly delightful, though not without danger. Loose stones often rolled down from above, sometimes dislodged by the Himalayan blue sheep called bharal. We saw herds of Himalayan blue sheep, bharal, along the sloughs. Today, we were wearing helmet as a precaution from loose rocks. We reached Bhojbasha before lunch. Bhojbasha is named after the Bhojpatra trees, once used for ancient scriptures. Bhojbasha was not easily accessible earlier and became famous because of Lal Baba and his ashram. Our tents were pitched near Lal Baba's ashram and the GMVN guest house. The Bhagirathi peaks here were towering and magnificent. Beauty of this place was inexplicable.
ভীষণ ঠান্ডা হবে রাত্রিরে, দেখা যাক কি হয় কালকে, জানি না।
Weather god was kind, but sunlight retreated behind the tall mountains, and immediately the bite of cold was felt. At night, the temperature became sub-zero. We were briefed about tomorrow's program after dinner. Blood pressure, pulse rate checked. Tomorrow would be crucial and most challenging day of our trek.
Started early at 5:30 am. First, we needed to cross the Ganges. To cross the river, a hand-pulled trolley is used. An iron carriage suspended on a rope manually pulled across by several strong men. No doubt, each trip needed Herculean effort by those people. 32 years back when we came here, it was all along the left side of Bhagirathi river. There was no need to cross the river. Unfortunately, the earlier trail on the left bank had been destroyed long ago by natural calamity, making this crossing necessary. Today's trek was around 6 km up to Tapovan, 4,450 meter or 14,600 feet. Our trek started after reaching the other side of the river. The terrain became extremely rugged, endless boulder fields and steep rocky slopes. A brief resting point. Mount Shivling was visible far away. Harishji guided us in front, extended his hand to cross over endless boulders to climb, treacherous and steep. Gaumukh, the snout of the Gangotri Glacier and the source of the Ganga, came into view. We would trek near Gomukh, 4,023 meter or 13,200 feet, then move to the right to climb the mountain. Without touching Gomukh, we had to take the steep trail towards Tapovan. We reached near Gomukh. Gangotri Glacier, the main source of river Ganges, was visible in front of us. Gaumukh was also visible far away. Bhagirathi Massif was standing above the glacier. From here, the ascent to Tapovan began, a grueling climb over innumerable boulders, rocky slope, made slippery by melting snow. A single misstep could send one tumbling down. This final 2 km was the hardest part of the trek. A brief rest point. Unfiltered, colorful scribbles by nature visible on the mountains on the other side of the glacier. Looks like a path, although actually it was not. We were damn tired, but the trek leader called to resume. Reaching in time is extremely important in mountains. Our lunch point was on the mountain edge between boulders. Gongotri Glacier was just below the mountain we were climbing. This glacier was the lifeline and main sources of water through river Ganges for millions of people of North India.
तो ये भगीरथी से कुछ सब बर्फ नीचे आके ग्लेशियर में होता है क्या? इधर से बर्फ आता है ग्लेशियर का?
ये तो बहुत पहले का मेल्ट हो रखा होगा ना, बहुत पुराना ग्लेशियर है। ऊपर से भी आता है,
ऊपर से भी धीरे-धीरे आते हैं ना।
हाँ।